Councilmember Allison?
Here.
Councilmember Arroyo?
Here.
Councilmember
She knew. Oh, maybe he didn't.
Councilmember Burgell, I think she said your name. Did you say here already? Okay. All right.
Mayor, we have a member of the public that wishes to speak on this matter.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Souza, you're ready to begin.
Thank you. I usually wouldn't speak on a matter of this, but I felt compelled today to make a move of this magnitude during a period when members of the public cannot easily come before you to express their opinion is, in my opinion, unconscionable. I have met and spoken with Mr. Lauder, and I've reviewed his previous experience. And in the time that I met him, I found him to be reasoned, articulate, and just a few months after moving here at the request of the council, because the council found him the same, he's being shown the door with no transparency and no explanation to the public. In a recent council press release, one of the goals was, or a council goal and strategic vision was a financially stable, effectively run city with an engaged public. And yet here we are having this move made with very limited public engagement in an era of a COVID shutdown, and at what financial cost to the taxpayers of this city? What was the initial cost to find and retain Mr. Lauder in terms of both fees paid to headhunters and staff time? Mr. Lauder is an employee on a contract. How much of that contract will the residents of the city be financially responsible for? And how effectively can one run a city when changing out lead management and sales and transient occupancy tax income in tank? I am not comfortable with how this happened or the speed with which it happened. And I don't feel that this is the best solution for the city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we will move on to our report on this item. And our attorney, Bob Black, will be giving that report.
Thank you, Mayor. As I believe the public is aware, council is aware, that there has been a parting of the ways between the city and the city manager. The terms of that separation have been under negotiation by lawyers on both sides, and an agreement has been reached. It's in the nature of the agreement that there is a period of rescission that Mr. Lauder is entitled to. And so the terms of that agreement will not become public until 7 days after the agreement has been executed by everybody who needs to sign, and that's several people on behalf of the city, and Mr. Lauder himself on his own behalf. But we have reached a separation that involves Mr. Lauder's resignation. It also involves the release of any claims of liability that could be made against the city. And so the separation will be a very clean one in the sense that both sides will be allowed to go their own way and put this resignation behind us. And so that's where we are. Tonight is the night for you on behalf of the city to authorize the mayor to sign. And if you do so and you approve the agreement, then it will go to Mr. Lauder. And as I said, there will be a 7-day hiatus in which this is not a final agreement because it is subject to rescission And so the agreement itself will eventually become a public document, but for the 7-day period, it will remain in the possession of the parties, not to be released. And that's my report.
Okay, Councilmember Burgell?
So do we just need to make a motion on this, or do we need to have further discussion?
I think we just need to make a motion.
So I move we accept the resignation as
You're
proposed.
authorizing the mayor to execute a resignation agreement.
I absolutely just said that. Yep. Thank you.
I'll second.
I can bring it up if you need me to read it exactly. Are you good?
How are we with that? Is that okay?
Do I need to read it, or are you good?
We're good. Staff recommendation works.
Okay, and then we have a second. Austin?
Second. Oh, I also had a question for Bob. My question was, Bob, could you just inform to the public who's watching, who are really wanting transparency here, why agreements like this remain confidential and can't be disclosed to the public?
Well, so there is a general rule that prohibits personnel matters from being laid out to the public, and that is a rule found in the Public Records Act and also in the policies of the city.
But the agreement will be released after the 7 days after signing, so that it will not be protected. Correct? Councilmember Arroyo?
I just wanted to comment that this is really not something that any of us took lightly. And I know that it's frustrating to not have more information, but this is really something that we carefully considered. Many hours were spent, and I just, wanted people to be aware that sometimes these are the terms of agreements that we reach, but we have certainly been thoughtful about it and thorough.
Okay, so we have a motion, we have a second, we've had some discussion. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor?
I do a roll call vote.
Please do.
Councilmember Castellano,
Aye.
Councilmember Arroyo,
Aye.
Councilmember Allison,
Yes.
Councilmember Burgell,
Yes.
Councilmember Messner is absent. 4 yes. Motion carries.
All right, and with that, our special meeting is adjourned, and I will ask Interim City Manager Powell to record. Do you guys have the script she just sent for the very elaborate script to congratulate our outgoing graduates?
All right.
You?
I have a question about it.
Please do. Ask away.
Well, it looks like we each have an institution or two to wish our congratulations to. Was there anything else to the script that I missed?
No, that's it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Congratulations to everybody, and then everybody